What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm showing you how to make Costco Wholesale. If you don't know what this is, basically it's just a giant retail store, pretty much. Basically, if you know what Sam's is, then it's basically that. Sam's is Walmart. I don't know if this is owned by anybody in specific, but, yeah, I don't know why I decided to make this. This is actually, fun fact, this is not just in America, this is also in Canada, which is interesting. I don't know if it's anywhere else other than those two, though. Maybe, possibly, potentially. The space meaning for this is a 77 by 56. That is a huge space, but Costco is a huge store, generally, at least I think. And the materials we're needing are brick block, gray concrete, pillar quartz block, tripwire hook, black stained glass blocks, acacia doors, birch planks, red concrete, and we'll go with stone bricks. You also need stone brick stairs, but that's it. Now, this is another build that you can flop. It is symmetrical. Most of these builds actually are. However, so if you want to start at the front left or the front right, doesn't really matter. However, I'm going to start at the front left, which is what I usually do. So, starting at the front left-hand corner or front right-hand corner of your 77 by 56 grid cough if you've made it, you want to count backwards 1 and right by 1, and you want to place a brick block. You then want to bring it right and backwards a block, and then I guess, so go right 1, left 1, then, or right 1, back 1, then left 1. Move backward diagonal right from the back right corner of that and place a gray concrete. Bring it right by 5. Backward diagonal left with a sideways pillar quartz block. Or sorry, backward diagonal right, my bad. Right with 8 pillar quartz blocks. 4 diagonal right with a gray concrete. Right by 5. 4 diagonal right with a brick block. Right 1. Backward diagonal right with a gray concrete. Right 2. Backward diagonal right with a black stained glass block. Give me a sec. Just these. Back 2. Or sorry, right 2. Then place 2 acacia doors. Black glass. 2 acacia doors. 3 black glass. 2 acacia doors. Black glass. 2 acacia doors. 3 black glass. Then move 4 diagonal right with a gray concrete. Right 2. 4 diagonal to the right with a brick block. Right 1. Backward diagonal to the right with a gray concrete. Right by 5. Backward diagonally to the right with a sideways pillar quartz block. Right by 8. 4 diagonally to the right with a gray concrete. Right by 5. 4 diagonal to the right with a brick block, and then right by 1. You have 3 2x1s for the brick blocks. You want to bring all those sections forwards by an additional row with brick. I don't know why my voice is dead, but it is, so there's that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to build up these side sections where the gray concrete and the pillar quartz is, and then we're going to build up the rest of the build, I guess, after that. So these gray concretes, basically in between the 2 brick squares, not the center section, the left section and the right section. You want to bring up the 6 gray concrete either side of the pillar quartz up with 9 rows of birch planks. Just like this. Yeah, I have no idea why my voice is dead. But for some reason I'm a little bit concerned about the fact that this might not, for some reason I don't think it's going to record. Which is stupid of me because I don't know why it wouldn't. So I'm going to take a break after this section. After we, basically build up these sections to their full extent. Also, the thing that I was hyping up on Decoration Dudes, kind of hyping, has actually been fulfilled. So, yeah, I probably won't announce that. I'll talk about it on a different video. However, I'm not going to make a separate video on here for this. There will be one on Decoration Dudes. Yeah, go check that out, by the way, if you want to. 82 subscribers, I think is what it was. Also, I'm hoping by now this channel will have 450, but it's at 449 at the moment. It was at 448 and then went back up to 449, so I don't know what that was about, but it happened. Alright, once you've done that, this is what you should have. You want to bring up your sideways pillar quartz blocks with 4 additional rows of sideways pillar quartz blocks. Let me make sure it's 4. It is 4, okay. So you should have a 9 by 5 as your total garage space. It's a bigger garage than usual, but I'm pretty sure Costco, it's kind of an entrance actually at mine. But they have these like big garage doors on the front. Even the one that I was looking at in the picture, I saw a couple different pictures with it like this. But they're basically these giant garage doors. I think it's for like shipments and stuff. Most stores should have them. That's kind of a big flaw with my builds, is that technically in the back of most of your builds, you should put like a giant garage, pretty much, garage door. Probably about this size. Also like the factory, kind of like that size as well. Oh, voice crack, kind of. I think that was actually a little bit smaller than this one, but, you know. At the bottom center of each garage, you want to place a tripwire hook. So it should be 4 away from actually every single side, except for the bottom. So top, left, and right. And then you have 5 rows of birch planks that are above the garage. You want to connect them together. And then we're going to mark out, I guess, how tall this section will be. Not intentionally, per se, but it's just going to kind of be how this is going to rock. And then, yeah, I think we'll just do the front and then work to the back. That sounds like a good idea. Alright, so, you want to bring up every single brick square up with 9 rows of brick. Just like this. Oops, too high. Also do it with these sections. Can't forget the inner ones. So all 4, not just 2, not just 6, not just 99. There's actually 6 on this build. No, there's 8. Never mind. I cannot count. Don't ignore that. Anyways. So they should just be as tall as the birch planks. Oops, I made that one too tall. If you don't really feel like counting, which I was probably a little too late on telling you that, but whatever. This might be one of the bigger builds I've made. I should make an interior for this. I might make interiors for some of these stores, but not actually, like, show them all. Or not actually do a, like, tutorial on them, but I might show them off. Alright, so your 2 inner brick block sections, you want to bring up with an additional 2 rows of brick. Just like this. So only the inner 2. Ignore the outer 2. Just like that. That's pretty much marking out how big this intersection will be. Alright, so now we're going to work on the intersection, and then I guess we'll do the walls, which is actually really easy. It's just tedious. So, yeah. Alright, so we're going to stop disregarding the middle section, even though we never did. I just decided to work on the outsides, outer ones first because they're easier. So, you want to bring up the gray concrete here with 3 rows of birch planks. You then want to bring up the black stained glass blocks with 2 rows of black glass, and then also bring up the doors with 1 black glass each. Just like that. You then want to take the birch planks on either side, and the top row you want to connect together across, just like that. Then outwards, diagonally upward from that, you want to place a row of gray concrete. Just like that. And then backward diagonally upwards, you want to place a row of birch planks from that. Just like this. You then want to bring up that row of birch with 6 additional rows of birch planks. So, yeah. That's 1 too short. The number 6 is correct. I just forgot to place the 6th row. Alright, let's get the letters out of the way, shall we? These letters aren't as bad, though, because they're full blocks, if you will. So, from the bottom left-hand corner of this big birch wall, basically, this blank canvas, you want to count up 1 and right 1, and going up, place 5 red concrete. Bring the top block and bottom block right by 2 each. Move 1 block out from that and place 3 red concrete from the top and the bottom blocks, just like that. Then connect each side together. Leave 1 block out from the bottom of that and place 3 red concrete going right. Then go up 2, left 2, up 2, right 2. Leave a 2 block out from the bottom of that and place 5 red concrete vertically. Then bring that top block left and right by 1. Cost. Costco. That's actually interesting. Leave a 2 block out from the bottom of that and place a row of 5 vertical red concrete. Bring the top and bottom blocks right by 2 each. Then leave a 1 block out and place a row of 5 vertical red concrete, and then bring the bottom and top blocks right by 2 and connect together. Costco. If you separate that, you get cost and then co, like company. That's clever. I don't know if that was intended or not, but that's clever. I don't know if that was intended, but that's clever, you know. That totally makes sense. So, at the left and the right, you want to bring your entire wall backwards by 49 blocks. Fun fact, I'm doing this instead of homework. It's a Sunday night, who cares? Yeah, I know, you're seeing this probably, I think, Tuesday is when you're seeing this, but I'm recording this Sunday. So I've widened that gap that I had. Sorry, just the entire birch wall. Ignore the bricks, by the way, because they're not necessarily up against the wall. But, you know, that's not the point. I'm going to unplug this, because this is extremely annoying, trying to reposition myself to charge my controller. I'll just let it charge later. It sucks though because the charging station that I got for my birthday in like end of May, doesn't even work anymore. So I think I'm just not gonna plug my controller into it anymore and just rest it nearby because it kind of sucks it doesn't work. You know, that's something useful that should probably work. Just yes. Anything to talk about? No. Except, you know, I might go to Costco soon. Because, yes. Costco's a nice store, though. Except during the whole, you know, issue we've been having. It's been a little bit less fun. They used to have, because I think they have, like, I don't know what it's called specifically. But they have, like, a little area where you can buy food and stuff. The only thing that I actually liked is off the menu now, which is sad. So. But oh well. Guess during a pandemic, you know, it's not the best idea to be selling food. But, you know, well, obviously selling food. Like, selling food. What's the word I'm looking for? Restauranting food. Yeah, that's a word now. I just made up a word. what's new. I just love getting my frickin' phone spammed by Discord in specific. Nothing else, just Discord. Alright, once you have done that, this is what you should have. A big build. Very big. You then want to bring the walls inwards by 20. Yeah, basically the end row you want to bring inwards by 20 with all of it. I'm only gonna count it on one side. You should probably count it on both sides because yeah, I stopped because I wanted to let you focus on counting. That's a big thing though. That's why I don't count. Like after I say the number once, I don't count it. Unless I think I said it weird. Sometimes I'll start to count it, but then I don't like counting because whenever somebody like counts the entire row out, like let's say, okay, so you want to go 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I just can't focus for some reason. It's like I pretty much have to go perfectly in sync with their number counting or else I can't focus on my number. Because hearing the two numbers just doesn't work in my brain. Maybe I'm just a small brain, who knows. Very cringy, but okay. It's still not as bad as my old content. It still is not as bad as my old content. My old content is so much worse. This is actually one of my favorite builds. This just looks nice. It's appealing to me. Alright, so what you want to do now is you want to leave a 2-block gap from either wall, and then you want to place a row of gray concrete that goes across. You then want to place 11 rows of birch planks on top of that. So it should be 2 rows taller than either wall side thing. Yeah, either side portion. You get the point. This build, for what it is really simple. Which is nice. It's nice having a simple build. But, like, it's nice, though, because I think, in my opinion, it looks good, but it also is simple. Which I think is kind of not always the easiest thing to achieve, but I don't use birch planks very often anymore. But for a build like this, I think it works perfectly, and especially if you want to burn it down. Just casually burns it down. Alright, so basically, this is going to be hard to explain for me, but see where the placements of the brick pillars are at the front? You want to basically copy it at the back. So out diagonally from the sides, you want to place your brick pillars that go up to the same height, which is a total of 10 rows. Keep in mind, I did say 9 at the front, but that's adding on to the first block. So that's at the corners. And then where you have these 2 gaps in the walls where the 3 sections get split, you want to place the 2x2 brick pillars that are 12 blocks tall. So it should be as tall as the middle section. And then we'll actually do one more thing before we do the roof, which, the reason I'm going to do this next step is just so, you know, it's easier to mark out the roof. But, yeah. Hopefully this isn't too hard. It's hard for me to explain, but, maybe I'm just stupid, who knows. But yeah, here it is. Just like that. That's from the inside looking at the back. So, you want to take your top row of birch at the middle section on either side, and you want to connect it front to back. This is the only little section that you will see. So, yeah, that is important, and we're going to take another commercial break, even though there's no commercials, because at the time of this, I do not have enough to have ads on my videos, unless YouTube pulls one of those sneakies, and is like, yeah, I might just put an ad on this video real quick, because it is longer than 8.5 minutes. But, yeah, so that's what Yeah, that's what it should look like. That's where my English just went out the window. So yeah, next we're gonna do the roof. I'm not gonna fill in the entire roof because it's gonna be tedious. However, I will fill in the middle section and a little bit of either side, probably. I just want to point out the fact that both times when I took a little stoppage, my x coordinate was -2323. I don't know how I managed to do that once, let alone twice, but it happened. So, anyways, let's do the roof, shall we? So, get rid of literally any material other than your stone bricks, and you want to get out stone brick stairs. I got rid of the red concrete. You probably should too, so they're right next to each other, or the brick. But you might accidentally do an oopsie, so you might need one of those too. But on top of every single block, you want to place a stone brick on top of every top birch plank or brick block. The reason I always start with this is because it actually makes it easier to place the stairs. I actually ended up placing some of the stairs without doing this because I was lazy, but you know, I had to fill it in anyways, so I don't understand what lazy is about, but you know. This video is actually going to be like 30 minutes, which is going to take like 4 years to upload. By the way, that's actually almost happened. I've had to restart my PlayStation or restart test the internet connection like 30 times. I had to do that Saturday and Sunday, which is so annoying, and I don't understand what happened to our Wi-Fi, but you know, I think the online school has kind of killed it. So yeah, just like that on all 3 sections. Because, I mean, you know, everybody's using Wi-Fi. There's a Wi-Fi issue. A bunch of people were having Wi-Fi issues the other, like, Wednesday or Thursday. And then once you've done that, you want to place upside-down stone brick stairs going all the way around the sections. Make sure that all 3 sections are separate, and the stone brick stairs on the bottom one do not want to go across the middle section. Or the upside-down stone brick stairs on the left and right sections do not want to connect across. Basically, once they hit the brick pillars on the inside, they want to just stop like that. And then do this with all 3 sections. It's going to do a full wraparound on the top section. Which is good. That's what it should do. Okay, it's easier to place the stairs upside down when you're placing them against a block versus just floating in the air. I don't know why, because whenever you're like... that happens. I did that on purpose. If you're placing it against... oh, I did not do that on purpose, though. If you're placing it against air, usually, like, you're just casually, like, placing them, and then it's just like, blurb. I don't understand that. You think you wouldn't want to do that, but, I mean, but Bedrock, you just do you, I guess. And then, alright, 3rd section... Also, props to anyone who has actually built any of these builds in survival. I know somebody has tried, I think, the Home Depot, and also somebody tried the museum, and I remember that, and that's about it. I think somebody did the Home Depot, because I'm not 100% sure, but, God. And then once you've done that, you want to fill in all 3 roof sections with stone brick. I'm going to fully fill in the middle one. I guess I'll fill in probably half of either one, unless I decide to fill in the entire thing, in which case, hooray. But, yeah. Try build it. This is probably one of the easier ones to build. For the big, huge builds, this is probably one of the easier ones to build in survival, just because it's all, birch planks. Most of it's wood. I think the hardest part would probably be all the stone bricks. But, I mean, the museum has probably just as many. So, and the museum is full-on quartz, which is kind of sucks, but, well, it looks nice, but it's like if you're trying to build. What's the crafting recipe for quartz bricks? If anybody knows it, please leave it in the comments. I know this is a bad time to put this in the video because nobody's gonna be watching this part probably, but if you know it, please leave it in the comments. but I'll probably ask it on one that I actually use quartz bricks. Again, if I don't get an answer. Because obviously if I use the material, then I think people would care a little bit more about the material. Especially since I'd probably think about it more. But, you know. Because I know how to craft nether brick. Is it? I feel like I know it, but I don't actually know it at the same time. Is it 4 quartz blocks? I think so. I don't know, that's just a guess. Educated guess. According to my numbers. Alright, so we're almost done the middle section, actually. This isn't as time consuming as you think it'd be. It's actually weird because it's a bigger build than usual. I don't know if it's because it's split up, it feels like less, but who knows. Also, the day that you're seeing this is, I think, the 19th? Maybe. Right? No, today's the 18th, so you're seeing this the 20th. I have no idea. But yeah, if you have any video suggestions, also leave those in the comments, because, you know, I want those tutorials, normal videos, series. But don't say FNAF 3, because that's already on my list, and the reason I have not done it yet is because I just haven't given myself time to. But I think I'll do 10 rows. Yeah, that's very specific, I know, but on either side. I do also have some special things planned. I have a thing planned for, well, if you're seeing this the 20th, probably the 28th. I have to work that out properly, though, because I'd probably record that on the 26th. So, because I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. And then probably after that is going to be Hello Neighbor Act 3 tutorial, and then I'll probably, right after that, I'm going to just jump right into FNAF. The reason I'm trying to compact those two is because I want to get FNAF 3 done, but I also want to get the Hello Neighbor Act 3 done, because I need to get that just out of my brain, because that is probably going to be the hardest tutorial I have ever done. But I think the biggest thing with that, though, is it's just, it's so big and, like, menacing. It's gonna be, because I have to do it quickly so I don't just lose it. Because, I mean, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, not Alpha 3, sorry, Pre-Alpha, Alpha 1, Alpha 2. The fact that I did tutorials on those 3 was kind of bold. But it was just like, because I waited too long. That was the biggest thing. I waited so long to do those, but I didn't wait very long for Act 1 or 2. Because I just try to get it done. Like, I'm literally gonna probably start, like, because I'm gonna have to add finishing touches and stuff, obviously, to it. But, yeah. Obviously, I didn't fill in the entire roof, but, once you have filled in the entire roof, this is what the roof should look like. And, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Costco Wholesale complete. Yeah, I called it by its full name. I don't know why I always do that. But, you know. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video. Again, if you have any suggestions for any tutorials or anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comments. Actually, do leave them in the comments. And, yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.